What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's the 15th of July. We're taking a look at the crypto markets this morning. Another week behind us in the cryptocurrency market. Although this week's slightly different, a little bit of clarity now for the XRP, the Ripple XRP community. That is nice, but that case behind us. Today, we're taking a look at Bitcoin. We're taking a look at Casper. Casper putting in once again, new lows, so things are still a bit dicey here. We'll take a look at the Bitcoin chart, which is on the left-hand side, Casper on the right-hand side. Guys, welcome to the channel. Hopefully, everybody had a great week. It was a pretty exciting week, some volatility, some news came out. The Judge Torres came out with XRP is not a security. So that is also nice. 2.5 years, 900 and something days for that case. So that is a long time. We'll see what happens here, guys. Let's take a look at Bitcoin on the right-hand side of my screen. I have the chart a little bit smaller, but just because the main focus is going to be on Casper, which is on the right-hand side. But so Bitcoin is still in this volatile range here. So if you've been watching, I have 3 levels below the market right now. And they're all in the 30K range. So we have 30,000, 234, 186, 141. That's these 3 white lines right here. And you can see they've been in play since at least the end of June. We're trying to been where the price has been, I should say, finding support there. And that is essentially where the top came in April. And now it's trying to turn that into support. And then we have an upper range. So we tried to break out of it once again yesterday, as well as on Thursday, and got rejected. That level is 31,573. You can see we candle wicked up above that on Friday and or Thursday and got rejected both times. We got rejected big time yesterday. Yesterday was a red day, down 3.6 for Bitcoin. And today, which is nice, we're just sitting quiet right now. So we'll have to see if this thing rallies and the lows are in. We need to get for this rally for the rest of the market to continue in the green. And I would imagine even XRP and, of course, Casper, we got to get above 31,573, its resistance. You can see we touched it on, or got close, I should say. Let's see, our high was 31,525. So we got close. That was on the 6th of July, and then as well as the 13th and 14th, 31,573. If we get above that, we are heading up to a $34,000, 34,293 Bitcoin. But right now, we're trapped between the 30,234 and the 31,573. So watch those levels, either for a break lower or for a break higher. So far, the support is holding there at the 234, 186, 141. Take a look on the right-hand side of the screen. So watch those levels, guys. Right-hand side of the screen, we'll take a zoom in here. We have Casper putting in, we'll zoom in quite a bit here. Casper putting in new lows once again for today's candle. You can see we undercut the low here of the 13th of July. That low was 360 and today's low is 359. So just undercut it, but we still undercut it. So this thing is still trying to find a footing. It's a little dicey. It's a little slippery here, although we are rallying. We have, off the lows, I should say, rallying. We have this major support levels 361, 63, 65, and then even 370. We're above that. If we zoom out of the chart so you can see this whole area here, and we've talked about this in previous videos. This is nothing really that new besides taking a look at the Bitcoin chart on the same screen here. We have this whole basing structure here before we actually broke out. And this whole structure is in between these levels that I just mentioned, the 70, 65, 63, and 61. And then even lower than that, actually, which we talked about, and we will talk about in a moment, down there at the 334. So it's pretty normal to see the price pull back to this area and really try to find a footing here. If it breaks, there's a potential that it could flip and actually turn into resistance. That would not be good for at least the bulls. What I mean by flip is if this area breaks, the price comes down here and then finds resistance, more than likely it's going to be heading lower. So that's a scenario. But right now, this thing is really trying to find its footing here. And we talked about in a previous video, I don't really expect a V bottom out of here. I expect something which Casper has done in the past. It spends many, many weeks at a level consolidating, just like over here as well. Consolidating before it gets a run. So maybe that puts us into the rest of the summer, into the end of August before this thing really takes off. Now, on the other side of your screen, on the Bitcoin chart, if Bitcoin rockets out of here, breaks that 31,573, well, there's a good chance Casper is not just going to collapse lower or even go sideways. There's a good chance Casper is going to pretty much follow that and head higher. So keep that in mind as well. We did see Casper have a nice day when everything was up, when the SEC case, when Judge Torres came out with that ruling. Casper was up that day 3.78%. Or let's see, that was actually Friday. So that case came out on Thursday. So take that back. Let me see here. Yeah, cancel that. That is not true. Casper had a good day yesterday. Thursday was a quiet day. So that was I just figured looking at the candles, that was that, but not true. Anyways, that's kind of my thoughts here. I don't expect a V bottom out of here. Casper has been known to basically trade sideways in a range before starting to make a rally. But I've said this before, and like I said, there's not too much that's changed here. It's trying to find support where it previously has. And I'm just watching my levels, 370, 365, 363, 361 for a hold. So I expect choppy range-bound market for a while. Perhaps through the rest of the summer. Unless Bitcoin takes off like a rocket and heads up to 34,293, there's more than likely going to be a choppy to sideways market for Casper. And so far, this thing's still putting in new lows. So, there's no saying that the low is even in today at 359. It's still fishing down there for a low. So keep your eye on that. That's a little dicey and a little uncomfortable, as in if you are thinking the lows are in, they might not be, and we could be heading lower. So just keep that in the back of your mind. And like I said, there's been lots of support down here at 334. So that's this line in here. And we talked about this in the last video. Basically, that puts the price down another, call it 10 or 11%. And sometimes, that's what it takes. It takes a little bit of a washout move, to the downside, and then boom, the market can rally. Just a couple scenarios playing through my head here this morning, this Saturday morning, about 5:13 in the morning. So that's my thoughts on Casper. I think, long term, when we're in a nice, strong, trending market to the upside, Casper is going to do extremely well. But right now, I don't see a reason why it would just start to take off unless Bitcoin, breaks out of 31,573 and starts to head to that next target, 34,293. All right, guys, that's my thoughts on Casper. Welcome to the channel. If you are new, if you are not, go ahead and join us here. Hit that subscribe button. All links down in the video description. As always, you guys have a great weekend. We'll be back with some more videos. Take care.